2, 3, listen.
Did you know that by adjusting and adding a couple of really simple things to your singing process, you can improve your overall sound and make it feel easier? Stay tuned and I'll take you through these really simple and easy steps.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Ronan-Pearce.
Hi, I'm Nina Ferro.
And welcome to Sound Voices.
1, 2, 3, listen.
As well as running Sound Voices with my co-founder Vanessa, I'm also a professional vocalist. I've been a professional vocalist for over 3 decades and I love singing. So I'm here to help you get the best out of your voice that you possibly can. There's really nothing new under the sun, so the information that I'm bringing you is information that was passed down to me from teachers and mentors, vocal coaches, and I pass this on to my own students. One of the best things I ever learnt from one of my mentors was joy and enthusiasm and bringing that energy into my singing. This simple technique is really effective as it helps to raise your instrument into a more friendly position. Once in that friendlier position, it allows for more freedom, more range, more flexibility, and more control. This technique requires us to be not only good singers, but good actors as well. Not every song we sing is a happy song. So how do we do this? The first step is fairly easy. It's about feeling happy inside. So thinking about something that makes you happy, that makes you laugh internally. You don't want to laugh externally, you want to keep it inside. Maybe something salacious. Anything that's going to give you that feeling of internal joy and enthusiasm. And you'll start to feel your physiology changing. So, have you found your happy place yet? Once you've figured out what's giving you that feeling of joy and enthusiasm, hold on to it. That's what's going to keep you going through the song, no matter what you might be singing. This can take a little while to master, especially keeping that feeling going throughout the song, regardless of what you might be singing about. So the best thing to do is play around with all of the different energies and intensities of happiness and joyfulness. Because usually we're not being very conscious about how we're feeling internally. We tend to be wondering about what we're singing about. And so bringing in that happiness, that joyfulness, and that enthusiasm into your body, you can keep everything sustainable and consistent. So I suggest having a bit of a practice and moving through all of the different intensities of that joy and enthusiasm. You could start off with a really low level, move to a medium level, move to a really high level, because sometimes too much joy and enthusiasm doesn't work either. So have a play around in the space and find what feels comfortable for you in that particular song. Once you've figured out what kind of energy you need for this song in terms of the joy and enthusiasm, then it's time to think about what the song actually means. That's where you go to the lyrics. The lyrics are going to help you to connect with the song, and that way it'll help you deliver the song to the audience, and it has more impact that way. It's believability. We want to believe what you're singing about. So keep the joy and enthusiasm going, and then you're acting sad, happy, angry, frustrated, brokenhearted, all of the things that we feel when we're singing the song. So what do the lyrics mean to you? How do they make you feel? What are they saying? What's the intention? They're good questions to ask yourself. So you've been working on your joy and enthusiasm levels, and you've also been working on the intention of your song through the lyric. Once you've done all of that, it's time to put the two together. That can take a bit of time and a bit of practice to get the right balance. And like all things that are worth it, it takes a little bit of practice. For tips on the best presentation and performance skills, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell to be notified when Vanessa and I post a new video. The second tip that I have for you goes hand in hand with the joy and enthusiasm, and that's active energy. When someone's actively energized, you can feel it, you can hear it, and you can see it. So what does active energy mean? What does it look like? Well, if you consider that passive energy is something like what I'm doing right now. I'm not giving much of anything to you. You can feel it. It's pretty boring. Doesn't really captivate. It's not very inspiring, is it? But if I start to increase the energy that I have within my body and I actively bring it when I'm singing or talking to you right here on YouTube, you can tell, you can see it, you can feel it, you can hear it. You can tell when someone is more energized and active. I like to think of active energy as a dimmer switch inside your body. I love E.T. E.T. is a great example of turning on that internal energy. He had a beautiful heart that would glow whenever he felt happy or love. It would really just expand and get brighter and brighter. And that's how I feel about active energy. There's a difference between active energy and someone who's just being passive, not really bringing it. It's a bit boring. It's not very inspiring. And I would switch off in a minute. But if there's someone who's bringing their energy to whatever it is that they're doing, whether it be singing or presenting, it's more engaging and it feels more authentic and more believable, and you're more likely to stay awake and listen. Just like the joy and enthusiasm and that happiness that we're feeling internally, we are also feeling that energy on a sliding scale. So again, play around with that energy, play around with the numbers. It might feel like, it's too much for some songs, not enough for others. It's going to take a little bit of work and a bit of practice to figure out what works for you. So if we put all of that beautiful, happy, joyful, enthusiastic energy together with this active energy, you're unstoppable. You're a much more engaging performer or presenter. So think about that. The next time that you're practicing a song or practicing a speech, make sure you're practicing with the levels of energy that you're going to need. Your audience is going to automatically get more connected and believe what you're saying or singing with that high level of energy. It's about believability, and that's what we want. We want more authentic connection when we're speaking, when we're singing, and when we're interacting with other people. So, as Bobby McFerrin once said, don't worry, be happy. Please comment below with any requests you have for content. Do you have a question about anything mentioned here? Or are you finding something challenging vocally that you'd like some help with? If so, please leave a comment in the section below. Check out our first 2 videos if you haven't already.
Join me as I share body language tips to instantly engage your audience, whether online or in person.